you play Ohio State, you just take it as it comes. I mean, you ever kind of like overwhelmed by I don't know mistakes and stage, just or is this what you've always wanted, where you've always wanted to be?
Yeah, I feel like most players, this is the stage that every college football player wants to be at, So for me, I take it as just a blessing, a humble moment for me because the same way it was given to you can be taken away.
How do you like where you're at, where your team's at right now, headed in?
I'm very impressed with our teams that we have we enhanced a lot more since the season had ended. So I feel like especially for us not to play in a month or so, I feel like a lot of guys is eager to get back out there on the field and just compete at the highest level with each other. So can't wait to see what goes on Saturday.
I'm sure you've discussed it. Just what's your thought on Deshaun Watson? How talented?
I definitely feel like he's one of the better players in college football. He's a great passer. Capable of running the ball as well. The leader of their team, and I feel like he's the guy that gets them going.
Did you see there was a Clemson guy who didn't speak so highly of JT yesterday? I don't know if you saw it or heard it, but I kind of like, wait a minute, that's my quarterback.
I mean, I really don't pay no mind to stuff like that. JT's our quarterback. He's our leader of our team, and definitely one of the best players on our team. So really don't pay no mind to it. We just worry about what we can worry about and control what we can control.
What have practices been like so far? Is it physical, or are you guys kind of laying back a little bit on the tackling, or just how's practice been so far as far as the physicality?
Oh no, we're still doing what we've been doing throughout the whole season. Tackle drills and stuff like that. You really can't get away from what got you here. So it ain't like we're gonna switch up the routine that we had going on and stuff like that. I mean, of course we're gonna lay back a little more going closer to the game, but for the couple weeks that we had to practice and just work on what we can fix and stuff like that, we didn't change nothing. We're still doing tackle drill and everything.
You were on the national championship team. I know you redshirted, but I heard that up until like the day before the game, you guys were live tackling before the Oregon game, the national championship game. Just a lot of people want to think that you want to like lay off. You guys just go full bore in practice. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're a very competitive team. Every day is like it's a game for us. So for us to go out there and to just take a day off from something that plays a major role in winning football games, something like that. We don't believe in that. Because you take a day off, then you go into the game, and a lot of guys miss tackles and stuff like that. You can't get away from the fundamentals, like I said, that got you to where you are.
How competitive is the secondary, man to man?
We're all very close friends, and we're basically like brothers. So every day before we go practice, we talk about let's see how many stops each player can get. Let's see who can have the less deep balls caught on you and stuff like that. So I feel like we compete as if it's a game every day we go into practice.
Is this a little bit surreal for you? Everything that's happened, you personally, the teams here in the playoff, first year starter. I mean, everything has kind of worked out perfectly. Is this have you even had a chance to reflect on that? And is that surreal for you?
Uh, I really never really reflected on it yet, but this is something I just always dreamed of since I was a little kid. Being one of the better players of college football and one of the better players on the team, and just everybody knowing who I am. That's always what people work for, just people remembering your name and knowing who you are. So for me to be where I'm at and our team to be where we are, I'm very pleased, and I feel like we just got to keep working. Don't stop doing what we've been doing and enhance it.
Hey, Malik, talk a little bit about the Clemson offensive firepower with regards to the passing game. Those guys are averaging like 360 yards a game through the air. Obviously, that's their bread and butter. How is secondary? You guys try to counter that so they don't average that kind of numbers against you guys.
Uh, that you don't really try to counter or nothing like that. You just go out there and maybe you have a talk with the people you out there competing with. And just tell them like, this is one of the bigger challenges of the season. They're one of the best offenses and we're one of the best defense. So, just go out there. Don't try to be beside yourself and do your job. I feel like everything else will work out because both teams have very athletic players and players capable of making plays. So it's just whatever team's more focused. Whoever prepared more throughout the week.
Can you talk about that matchup?
Great quarterback, obviously can do both with regards to pass and run.
Hmm.
With a defense like that, you guys go up against that every day in practice. So is that really a
Five
thing new
minutes,
to you,
please. Five
or is it just
minutes.
a better quarterback and that's it? Where you have to kind of prepare yourself for that kind of athleticism.
No, I feel like it's the same. Like I said, I feel like our quarterback's, a great quarterback as well. So for him to be compared to Deshaun Watson and saying Deshaun's better, something like that, I really don't pay no mind to it. I feel like we see a great quarterback every day in practice, so it's not nothing we're not used to. And we definitely see skill players just as good as their skill players every day as well. So I feel like it's just another day for us. Our players is just as good as their players, and it's going to be something that we're already used to.
Can you talk about your matchup with Mike Williams and trying to challenge him? He's considered one of the best wide receivers in the country.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely, definitely one of their better players of the team. I watched him on film a lot, and definitely heard of him throughout the year. I mean, like you say, he's an NFL receiver. He's capable of making a play anytime he wants to. And feel like all the deep balls thrown to him, he goes and gets it, and that's what sets him aside from a lot of receivers throughout college football. The hunger and motivation that he has to go get the balls, it's like he's on will.
Is this the toughest challenge for a group of receivers that you guys have seen this year?
I really could say something like that, because everybody has different ways of how they play and stuff like that. But I definitely feel like, they're definitely one of the better groups that we've seen this year. I wouldn't say they're the best, but they're definitely one of the better groups we've seen. And I feel like all their guys very athletic, capable of making plays fast, good with how they run their routes and stuff like that. And I feel like you just buy into what we're taught this throughout this process, and I feel like it'll take care of itself.
Have you seen a core this deep though, where their fourth and fifth guy is making the same kind of plays Mike Williams makes?
No, I wouldn't. No, I could probably say no. We really haven't seen nothing like that. But I feel like they're definitely something to be watching a lot of film on and stuff like that.
You guys did face Oklahoma. How does Oklahoma compare with Clemson as far as quarterback, wide receivers? I guess that's probably the closest comparison you guys have faced this year. How does Oklahoma compare with Clemson?
Oklahoma, they have D.D. Westbrook, a very good receiver. He ended up making a lot of noise throughout the year, and I feel like he's capable of making a lot of plays too. So I feel like, yeah, they're very similar. Baker Mayfield, pretty similar to Deshaun Watson's capable of scrimmaging and scrambling. I mean, and running the football as well. He could throw the balls as well too. So I feel like they're like you said. I feel like they're very similar to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know they're different teams. Does that give you guys confidence knowing that you guys were able to handle a high-powered offense like Oklahoma? I know Clemson's different. Does that give you guys a little confidence coming into this game?
You really can't go off of games like that. It's different team, different timing, stuff like that. Not everybody plays the same. So for you to try to compare yourself to a game before to this game, that's where teams end up losing their focus.
What's Coach Meyer been like so far? Is he like relaxed? Is he kind of even more intense than usual? What's Coach Meyer been like so far?
He just been really focused. Just keeping us humble and telling us to keep working and enhancing what we've been doing. Because guys tend to lose focus. We're in Arizona, a lot of stuff happening around here and stuff like that. So he's just doing a great job of just keeping everybody on the same path and just staying focused with what we're doing.
Malik, how has basketball shaped you in position?
Basketball, it's like you're constantly just running around playing defense and stuff like that. And the position that I play, it's like you're basically doing the same thing. You're just free roaming, making sure that doesn't get past you in the deep end. So that's what I basically did in basketball, and it definitely worked over to football.
What position did you thrive in hoop, and how does it compare to the position you play now?
I was more like the slasher. That's normally where the more athletic guys play. So I feel like it definitely worked over in the football because it's like I'm just a free roamer. I'm capable of making a lot of plays where at the position that I'm at, and I feel like that's definitely where basketball seemed to roll over into football.
Why did football win out?
I'll say just because I feel like it was something that I had a better future in. I talked to a lot of guys that know me since I was young, and we sat down and talked about it, and I felt like this was where I'd be more successful at.
This concludes the first
Didn't you have a
round
coach
of Ohio
also in the
State
league that told
Defense
you,
press
hey,
conference. If you
you
could
should play
please
football?
wrap up.
Yeah, my
We're
basketball
next
coach, my
week
football
and
coach,
some players.
my uncle who's very close to me told me, that I'm more of a football player. They said, just the stuff that I do is not natural. No, it's not natural. Like it's not something you see every day. So they told me it was more like I was leaning towards football and I should play football. So that's where I had to make my decision at.
Those are smart guys.